today I want to give you an update on, oh god, on how my Stingray is doing, if I can make it to the pond. So if you haven't seen my last video, you would have seen that my female black diamond has been breeding with my male and she sustained quite a lot of damage. So what I did is I made a temporary enclosure for it to be in just for now, and it just basically, I'll show you now because I don't think I fully got it on camera a lot. I might have, but I can't remember. It's been a week and a half now, so I thought I'd just do a little update just so you can see how she's healing and how she's doing. But this is what I've set up basically. It's all here. And this is what I've rigged up. So I've got some chunky bits of bamboo that I just pulled off a bamboo tree in the garden. And yeah, this is just a, I don't know how big this is actually. I think this is like a, I want to say this is 60 litres, this storage tub. So it's a fair sized tub. It's probably about the same sort of size as some of the FB70 tubs. It's basically one of those. And all I did was I drilled some huge holes in the side, and there's loads of little holes underneath. And that was just to make sure I got maximum water flow and things like in there, just so she wasn't sitting in any stagnant water. I've used some paracord just to tie it to the bamboo, just to hold it in place. And I made a lid out of this little corrugated plastic stuff that you can buy. I think a lot of people use these for like roofing and things like that. And I just made some slots in the side just so when the paracord goes inside, I tie these together and that sort of holds the lid on. I've also had to put a weight on top because she has escaped once already, which wasn't ideal. And I also managed to catch this guy trying to get into this box, so I don't think he's done breeding with her just yet. But I'm not desperate to breed them. I'd rather get her in here, get her fully healed, and then yeah, we can go from there and maybe try again. Once all these tubs are empty and all these snakes are gone, bear in mind most of those are for sale, so do hit me up if you're interested. I will be getting a big 6-foot tank up here like I said, and then I will be putting the males up the top and I'll be keeping the females down here in the bottom. And I think I said as well, it does turn out that this Maturo Stingray is actually a male. I bought her as a female, but it turns out it's a male. Again, it's not the end of the world. I can pick up another female Maturo, but yeah, it's just not ideal. But it is what it is. So what I'm doing today is, I've seen her moving around quite a bit, but she is quite sort of compact in here. She's basically the width of the tub, and I'm not too happy about that. I want her to be able to move around and things like that. So I've gone out, I've bought a 90 litre tub. It's basically a big square, and all I'm going to do is exactly the same thing. I'm going to drill a load of holes in the side of the tub, underneath. I do need to adapt the lid slightly, just so the lid will go where this paracord is, just so it's all locked in place. And yeah, then it will all be nice and secure, and the lid does actually click shut as well, so I don't think I'll need this weight on top to hold it in place. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'm going to take all this off quickly, just because I want to give you a quick look at her. She did have a big flap of skin that's come off finally, so you can see the extent of the damage, but she is healing up nicely. So let me get all this off. And here she is. So on camera now you can see the extent of the damage. I still don't know what's going on with her eye. I don't know if he actually managed to pop the eye out, or if it is just sore and she sort of just got it drawn in or not. But again, I think it's just going to have to be a time thing. You're just going to have to leave her be, and hopefully the eye is still there. I don't think it will affect her too much. She was still eating, things like that. I know they've got some vision. I don't know how good their vision is, but normally where they live in murky rivers, and they're sort of in the mud in the bottom, so I don't think they sort of rely on their eyesight too much. But yeah, as you see, she's absolutely gorgeous. You can see the bite marks around the disc from where he's been sort of hassling her. You can see the chunks that have been taken out of the side of her disc as well. Again, I do think these will all heal up. That top portion was the main bit I was worried about, because I know they do have nicks and stuff taken out of their discs from time to time. But yeah, the main thing I was worried about was that huge patch on her head and her eye. But hopefully she is going to heal up. I'm probably going to keep her in here for a couple of months, to be fair. It doesn't sit right with me. If I had the space and the facility, I would literally just put her in a whole new tank on her own. But I just don't have the space for that. And the whole idea of keeping her in here just means that I can keep a close eye on her. I can check on her rather than to try and look at the bottom of the pond and see what she's doing, things like that. And I can also monitor how much she's, oh god, the male's come up because he thinks he's getting fed. I can also monitor how much she's eating as well, because none of the food you can see in this trying to get get into the tub, and he's still so aggressive to feed. But yeah, he was underneath this tub trying to get in there. But yeah, I can monitor how much food she's eating and things like that. I can see if she's pooping, the waste that's coming out, and yeah, it's just a good way to keep an eye on her. But this is what the male was doing the other day. I managed to get a little bit of footage, but he was literally suctioned to the bottom of this, like trying to get to her. So it's definitely a good thing that I've got her separated. But yeah, she seems to be eating okay. She's not eating as ferociously as she was. She's very shy at the minute. She's still very timid. Whereas before she'd come up to the top and eat and things like that and be pouncing on food. She sort of just sits there, and I think when I turn all the lights off at the night time, I think that's when she's actually eating the food. But she is definitely eating, because the food in here is disappearing, and I don't think any of the other fish are getting in there to eat it. So I do think it is her finishing it off. But yeah, so that's a little update. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to get the other little tub that I've got already, and we're going to try and get her put into that. Hopefully that larger tub will just mean that she's got a bit more space, and I don't know if that male is able to sort of nip her through these holes in the side. I don't think he can, but it's just a bigger space, and if he does try and get up on the side and attack her, she can just move away from it. And after all that stress, she is finally in. So as you can see, she's pretty much got double the space now. So she can actually stretch out, she can turn around without her towel having to bend up and things like that. It's the same depth as well, she's got the same amount of water. I've pushed it quite close and I've angled this jet up a bit, so that's now pushing water through these holes, so there is a little bit of flow. And again, I've put the bubbler straight back in there, so she's got plenty of oxygenated water in there as well. And that should help just turn the water over a bit. So yeah, there she is. She's not moving too much. Again, it's probably quite a stressful thing for her. I'm looking at her gills just while she's in here, while she's breathing. And you see she's not, I don't know if it's coming out on the camera. Let me move this bubble. And you see her breathing is not fast paced or anything like that. It's just nice and slow. So I don't think she's too stressed out. It was a pretty simple, just to flip her over the side of her tub, just slide her into this. I did send my camera flying off the edge of the pond, which wasn't ideal, but everything seems to be okay. Everything seems to be tight, nothing's cracked, so it's all good. He was coming up the whole time, getting involved as he normally does. But yeah, everything else is as good as gold in here. So what I'm doing now is I am just defrosting a few mussels. I'm not going to feed all of them just yet. I'm just going to put some mussels in there for her. Again, she's probably not going to eat right away, but I just want to make sure I get some food in there, just in case. And with the lid as well, the lid should fit over these bits of paracord and it will click in place, so I won't need to put any weight on it, and that should just keep her nice and safe. But she's stunning. She's so nice. I love how she's got all the small specks in between all the larger ones. Yeah, I've been looking closely at the eye. Let's just come up to see again. I've been looking close at the eye, and again, I still don't know whether the eye is still intact or whether it's gone or not. I like to think it's kind of like a black eye for humans. Like if you get a black eye, your eye sort of swells up and you can't open it and it looks a bit gunky and horrible. That's what I'm hoping's happened with her. So again, give it a few weeks. I'm hoping that will heal up. Hopefully she's got an eyeball left. But if not, she's still as amazing looking. Look at her. And I'm pretty sure all these little nicks and stuff, I'm pretty sure they'll heal up, to be fair. I feed these a ton of food every day, so they're getting a load of protein in them, so I think they are going to be fine. Hopefully. I don't know what's going to happen with this patch. I don't know how this is going to heal up. I don't know if that is just going to be all black. I don't know if it's going to be like scar tissue. I don't know if any of these spots are going to come back on the area. I have no idea. If anyone does know that's dealt with stingrays before, please let me know. But still, she's an amazing animal, and yeah, she's coming on leaps and bounds compared to what she was I didn't think of filming it because I didn't think it would happen, but she's literally just taken one of the mussels. You can see her gills are moving there where she's chomping away and having a good old munch on it. But yeah, she literally just took it straight from me, which I really was not expecting. As you can see, she's moving around, which is great. I'll see if she'll take another one, because that'd be ideal if she does. If she does start getting back onto the feed as aggressively as she was before. I'm just going to slowly put my hand in there, see if she wants another one. The other stingray can now sense the food, so he's going to be going absolutely mental. So yeah, she seems to be interested. She's she's following the food, but you can see how she moves away instantly from that male. You can see he comes up and he's just a machine. But yeah, every time he does come near the tub, it does kind of spook her a little bit. You can see there on his belly, you see that red mark? I think that's where they were breeding. I think she might have actually barbed him. I think I mentioned that in a previous video, because you can see her barb there. You see how it's all white? The one on top is completely black, and from what I've seen, they should both be black. That black stuff is like a velvety skin coating, which is where all the venom and stuff is. So I do believe she has barbs that in him. And it's good to know that it went in and came out. He hasn't got a barb stuck in him, which is good. Yeah, let's see if I can get to take another piece. So I don't want to scare her off. I want to just sort of ease her into it. She's definitely just eaten one because there's just no remnants of it left. But since he's come up and started splashing, I think it's spooked her, and he nudges the tub and things like that. But oh, she's just lifting her disc up a little bit. So what I've been doing is I've sort of been pushing the food underneath there. Then I've sort of filled the food that's there, and I'm sort of trying to see if she does take the food into her mouth or not. So I think she will take that now. So I'll just watch her gill plates, and again you see how her gill plates are suddenly moving really quick. I think that is a sign that she's slurped it up and she's having a good chew. Oh god, this guy is just an absolute machine. He's like a dolphin, he really is. He comes flying out of the water so fast. And some of the times he does it, he flips himself upside down, which is a little bit scary because his tail then starts swinging around, and yeah, he's an absolute nightmare. But he's a nice animal to have, because this is what I want with all my pets. I know they are still wild animals, but I do want to have some form of interaction with them hand-wise. So I'm always careful when I feed them. I know they can spin that towel as quick as they want and have a go, so I am watching them. I shouldn't really be doing it while filming, to be fair, but I've got to get some content. But no, I'm always careful. I wouldn't recommend feeding these by hand. I do it probably because I'm just stupid, but we'll see if she takes another one. Yeah, there she goes. So again, that's another one she's taken. So she is feeding, which is a really good sign. I will feed her a lot heavier than I feed the others, just because, like I said before, the more protein I can get in her, the better it's going to be for her. It just means she's going to heal better. I'm going to do a huge water change on the pond tomorrow, so I always do a water change on a Friday or a Saturday if I can, depending on work. So I'll do a 50% water change on this, and I've been putting this stuff in, which is API stress coat, and I think this stuff is absolutely amazing. It's not going to focus, but it's got aloe vera and things like that in it, so it makes tap water safe. It helps reduce fish stress. It can replace their slime coat, and I think with that being sort of as open as it is, I think just adding that little bit of extra in there is just going to help her heal a little bit easier. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got for you. I will do more updates. You can see him coming up looking. I will give you more updates on what's going on with these two. Hopefully I can get rid of most of these and move most of these snakes on at the next ARC show. So if you are going to the ARC show, come and see me. I'm going to have some ridiculous prices going on, just because I need them gone. I need the space now, just because I want to go more into the stingrays. They're just amazing. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.